and privilege to be here in Colombo. We have observers from countries like Maldives, Russia, Bangladesh, India. Unfortunately, they have just stepped out, and the Cambridge Conference on Electoral Democracy. We are very thankful to the Election Commission of Sri Lanka to have extended invitation to this important international election visitors program. There are 10 observers present here. Most of them have arrived yesterday, and this morning we have had meetings with the Election Commission of Sri Lanka, with the civil society organizations, with the police, and now of course we are talking to media. I would like to brief the media that this group is present here in the capacity of observers, and the group doesn't have any supervisory or executive role as per the global standards of election observation. We will be observing activities before the election day, which will include visit to various districts to see whether how the material is being distributed, etc. The group will also observe activities on the election day, followed by the counting process and declaration of results. Thereafter, we would like to give our views on the conduct of free and fair elections. We have been reasonably assured so far that the general atmosphere is peaceful. The elections are likely to be conducted in a very peaceful environment. The Election Commission of Sri Lanka, Police Department, and all other relevant agencies are working overtime to ensure that the elections are conducted in a very peaceful, free and fair manner. However, our group will observe over these 4 or 5 days how the election laws, how various provisions of various acts are being enforced on the ground level, and whether the election machinery, duly assisted by various related organizations, are conducting the elections according to the laid down regulatory framework. Since we are present here from various countries, we would also request all stakeholders, all relevant agencies to work collaboratively to ensure that elections remains peaceful, people participate in large number to reflect the inclusive democracy here. We are very happy that we will be seeing activities in the field and will be speaking to various cross sections of the society, and we are here for people of Sri Lanka. These elections are very important from the viewpoint of democratic functioning. Yes, democratic functioning in this country. And with this note, I will conclude, and I can request my other colleagues if they would like to add anything to the preliminary statements. Thank you. Mr. Tawfiq, would you like to say something? You can.
Good morning and welcome to this session. It's a great pleasure for us, for the international observers, to welcome you and to ask you to present the election very fairly. I have also been an observer in the last presidential election, and it was a great pleasure for me to see the peaceful manner the elections was conducted, and the people's participation was so cooperative, so obedient, and so well, conducted. Therefore, I would like to say that we all, the international observers, expect a similar election in the parliamentary election too. And I'm from Maldives, and my name is Fuad Taufig, the chairman of the Elections Commission of Maldives. And I have seen the elections of Sri Lanka and many other countries, and our own elections too. And I would say the last presidential election that I had observed will be ranked first, based on the participation of all parties concerned, including the voters, organizations, officers, and observers. So therefore, I'm very hopeful that we will see another very peaceful election in the Sri Lanka this time. I don't have many more to say, but I want a very free and fair election in Sri Lanka, and I hope it will be continued in Sri Lanka from now on. Thank you very much.
I'm based in the Netherlands, and I want to share a personal story for me, because it's such a great honor to be here and observe this election, because I was born in the Netherlands, and when I was 8 years old, my family moved to New Zealand. And our flight from the Netherlands to Auckland, New Zealand, when we emigrated, took us via Karachi to Colombo, Singapore, and Auckland. But when we arrived in Colombo, I could see the palm trees, I could see the beaches, but we weren't allowed to leave the plane because of the civil war and the military tension that was going on at the time. So for me to be back here now, during this time, and be here and observe the elections and meet you all is a great, great honor. So thank you.
How will you all disperse yourself around Sri Lanka? Is it going to be single, individual, visit to all the places? How are you going to disperse yourself in monitoring the election?
Yeah, am I audible? Yeah, actually, as I mentioned, there are 10 members of the International Election Visitors Program. So 10 of us will be covering different districts, and like Trikonamali, Matale, Polo Marua, Marara, and likewise, I think 10 locations will be covered, and to each location one observer will go, and they will be observing pre-election activities, activities on the election day, and the activities on the counting day, followed by the declaration of results. Okay?
Are you all collaborating with the local monitors?
Well, we have heard civil society organization this forenoon, and they have given us the feedback about their network, and they have some static observers also. Hopefully our esteemed observers will be interacting with the members of the civil society when they are out in the field. Surely.
As election observers, the past president election was and the 300,000 rejected votes were considered in that election. So, as election observers, it was a big amount. So, what do you think? How do you consider these rejected votes with considering other countries you have observed in elections?
Well, at this stage, it will not be proper to comment. We will be able to formulate our views on our voter registers, registration, participation, and whichever activity comes our way. Right now, we will not be able to comment. We will see, and then we will comment.
Did you participate pre-election, this election?
As I mentioned, we arrived yesterday, so as a matter of speaking, we will have today and tomorrow to observe pre-election activities. We have received feedback from police, from the Election Commission of India, from civil society organizations, and based on that feedback, we will go out to the field and see the level of pre-election activities.
Compared to previous elections, what do you see on this election?
Well, we were not here excepting Mr. Tawfiq, who was here last time. I don't think there was anybody else who was present in the presidential election held in September. My suggestion would be that probably we will comment only on the current election after observation.
On pre-election monitoring, what are the criteria you will look into?
Well, you know, the pre-election activities basically consist of election campaigning. Pre-election activities also include certain activities on the part of Election Commission. For example, returning officers would be distributing material tomorrow, and this material will reach the polling stations. We will have to see whether our polling stations have been prepared according to the laid down legal framework of this country. Today is the day when probably is the only day when election campaigning might be on. I will have to check up the laws of this of the Election Commission. So campaigning activities at the returning officer level, preparation of polling stations, these are the activities which the group will observe as a pre-election activities.
What about online law violations, election law?
Well, we have been informed by the police that they have been very active at this aspect. They have received some complaints about social media, and their unit, which is known as cyber security, computer-based investigation department, they are active. Some complaints have come to them. Their first task is to delete that message if it is not according to the law, and followed by investigation and then subsequent action, including action against the suspected persons.
Are you also serious about campaign financing?
Well, we have been informed by the civil society organizations that the campaign finance laws are being tested for the first time, and therefore we will also like to observe that part as a part of our observation program.
Do you observe the action of media regarding the election? Do you observe the activities of media regarding the election?
Well, the observation of the media as a fair and unbiased, important pillar of the state will have to be seen in cooperation and collaboration with you, and we will make our own assessment.
No more questions, I believe. Is there any?
At your opening remarks, you stated that so far the process have been so peaceful. How did you come to that point?
We said we have had many meetings this morning, including from the Election Commission, Police Department, civil society organization. We have received this feedback that so far the elections are being conducted in a peaceful manner. That is what the feedback has been given to us, and that is the basis as of now. However, we will see it over next few days how the election process is being conducted. Well, that will be between us and the Election Commission, certain conclusions and recommendations. They will take it forward, and it is up to them.
What are the difference between the complaints about the past election and this election anyway?
Please clarify.
Yeah, what are the difference between the complaints or the violation complaints about the past president election and this election?
Well, again, we have been told by the police that they have received some, if I know the exact numbers, just a minute. They have received 496 complaints. 96 complaints in this election, and 210 relates to violation of election laws. This is what we have been given to understand.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thanks.
So about hotline complaints submitted online to the Elections Commission never been exercised properly. There are so many complaints that we can even go reach the hotline and complain. Are you also doing this?
We will collect that data also. We will form our own assessment.
As you compare with other countries, what is the situation right now in Sri Lanka about this complaint?
Well, we are here to assess it. Probably we will be able to form our view after we have made observations.
Today morning, police officer in charge was arrested yesterday night for violating election rules.
Some civil society organizations have mentioned it. The observer who is visiting that area will like to assess that situation.
Thank you very much for being here today.
So thank you very much to the entire media corps present here. Thank you.